Okay, so for our interview, we interviewed Joe Kramer of PowerDesigners on the east side of Madison. Joe was an undergrad at UW-Madison and then went for an MBA in finance, graduated in '97. He was also part of the UW's Weinert Applied Venture and Entrepreneurship program, which is very key in his successes. Recently, he is now the director of the Wisconsin Angel Network and co-founder and former CEO of PowerDesigners. He actually just resigned less than a month ago. PowerDesigners, they were incorporated in 1998. In his words, they develop and manufacture intelligent batteries for the motive industrial market. Basically, intelligent chargers for industrial equipment. Originally, they wanted to go after the electric automobile market, but as we'll explain later, that market dried up, and now they sell chargers to warehouses for forklifts. His partner, Nasser Cutcut, was a postdoc in electrical engineering at UW-Madison. Joe was introduced to Nasser by Bob Pricer, one of his mentors in the Weinert program, and who is also one of the founders of the Weinert Center. They got together because Joe was looking to start a business and needed someone with a technical idea, and Nasser needed someone with a business background, so they teamed up. For the startup period, they wrote a business plan. They ran out of their apartment for the first 6 months, and for financing, they took money from friends. Initially, got an SVIR grant also, and then after a year and a half, they got an equity investor. Also, networking, he said, was very important in the startup stages. He went to trade shows, which was invaluable to them, and talking with lawyers and advisors helped a lot also. In developing the team, he just asked around for references of people, and they only had their first employee after 6 months.
And then, like any other new business, they face a lot of challenges. The three main ones that you talked about were changes in the target market, market acceptance, and education, and then just everyday employees and people at like the trade shows and stuff like that. So Chris mentioned earlier, one of their main challenges was changes in the target market. Initially, they thought that they would get most of their sales from California's zero-emission vehicle rule that was instated in 1990. And it mandated that by the year 2000, 10% of California's vehicles had to be zero-emission vehicles. But this was repealed in 1999, so then they were left with where do we go from here? Luckily, they were able to discover a line of warehouse vehicles that are battery operated, and so they decided to sell their chargers to those companies. And then market acceptance was just kind of like such a specific product that they had to really like reach out to people that would purchase this. So they obviously had a website, and then they went to a lot of trade shows, did demonstrations, and just did a lot of networking with the people at the shows. And then just kind of they would use word of mouth, like when this person knew about it, they would tell their friends, and they would tell their friends.
Dealing with people. The biggest challenge he had was employees. He worked with a lot of people with bad character, and he said the best way to deal with that is just to cut the ties as quickly as possible so your business doesn't suffer from it. He also emphasized how important it is to work with people that you trust, people that you can count on with your business. And as you can see, we have a quote from him that says, after 20 years, I've gotten a lot better, but you're never perfect. When talking about dealing with people, it's something you can't learn in school. You kind of just keep developing over time, dealing with different people and dealing with people you hire. And then future goals. In regards to PowerDesigners, although he's not the CEO, he still plans to see the business grow and work with them to find more innovation. And so yeah, even though he's not an owner anymore, he still spent so much time with it that he wants to continue to flourish with it. And then our main takeaways. Basically, don't be afraid to change your business plan, especially with technology. Things are changing so quickly that it's never bad to go back and relook at things. Gain as much marketing intelligence, so educate yourself, educate your customers, make sure you have a good website. It's very important because that's how people find out information without talking talking to you, and then knowledge of finance, even if you're on the technological side, it's still good to have a background in some kind of financing, and like we said, business with people, business deals with people, so customers, having good relations, and then also keeping people you trust, like we reviewed in the challenges slide. And then here's just some videos that if you want to check out more about the Angel Network, you can go to this site.